What is going on, Heat fans? Your boy Ernest here, and I am back with a Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. I know it's Monday. A lot of people like to think of this as the worst day of the week. And if any of you people, any of my followers, are feeling down about it being the beginning of the week, or maybe you're just frustrated with the way things are going, I'm going to tell you guys something that I tell myself every day that motivates me and keeps myself going. Every day that God wakes me up, I can handle anything. So if you're stressed, if you're feeling down, if you're frustrated, the fact that you open your eyes today, not in a hospital bed, not from a deadly disease, you're winning already. And if you are, be positive. Pray, because there's good times coming ahead. I hope this helped you guys. But look, this isn't some sappy video. I'm not here to talk about any of that. I just like to give you guys some positivity. You guys not know why we're here. We're here to talk about the Miami Heat. And off we go, you guys, on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. And I'm excited about this episode, you guys, because I got a couple things to talk to you about. It's really difficult to come up with new content every day as a Miami Heat channel. It's tough because there's not a lot going on right now. We're coming to the middle of July. A lot of the signings have been done with the Miami Heat. The Damian Lillard trade has not happened. Things are running a little bit slow. So this, to me, is the best time because we got to find interesting things to talk about. I got to keep you guys motivated and excited, and I'm trying to do this every single day. Now, first and foremost, you guys, it's getting annoying. I get it. But we have to continue to talk about Damian Lillard because right now he is and will be the hottest topic this offseason for the Miami Heat. It's just a fact. Now, look, I'm not going to endorse Twitter following and I'm not going to endorse false news because I'm not with that crap. I'm not going to report something for you guys that I got happy because I saw on Twitter. I did see something today from Chris White, an NBA insider. He posted this morning that the Miami Heat and the Blazers are making progress in a trade. And this was a quote that he put in his Twitter. At this point, all parties involved are aware of how this ends. All that is left now is figuring out logistics. We're getting close, folks. End quote. Does that mean anything? Probably not. These are all rumors and speculations. Once we see something from Chris Haynes, Shams, Woj, that's when you take it a little bit more serious. Now, I also, I follow Barry Jackson. There's Greg Sylvander, there's Ethan Skolnick, there's Ira Winderman. These are people that report Miami Heat content. So the fact that I haven't seen anything from them with this Chris White report leads me to believe that this is possibly a fake post. But Chris White is an NBA insider. He's very credible. So I really don't know what this means. But it's like I've said before, you guys, and it's like I'll continue to say. This trade is going to happen. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. Now, about an hour ago or 2 hours ago, Shams was actually on the Pat McAfee show. For those of you that don't know Pat McAfee, he's a former Indianapolis Colts punter. He, in my opinion, was the greatest punter of all time, played in ways that no other punter did. Now he does a lot of things. He works with ESPN a lot of times. My guy, he was a WWE analyst and a wrestler. Pat McAfee had one of the best intro songs I've heard from wrestling. In his show today, it was reported by Shams that multiple teams are interested in trading a first-round pick for Tyler Hero. Let's pause right there, you guys. If Shams has reported that multiple teams are interested in trading first-round picks for Tyler Hero, right there, that should tell you guys that this trade to the Miami Heat is most likely. It's like I've said before, you guys, the Blazers and the Heat, they know that Damian Lillard's going to get traded to Miami. They just got to figure out the logistics, as was reported in Chris White's post. The logistics is who's going to take Tyler Hero. as a part of the third or even possible fourth team. Now, I've explained this to all you guys. If you don't remember, or if you haven't seen, go check out in my recent videos that I've been posting. How is this trade going to happen? We've all seen it. Portland doesn't want to take Tyler Hero straight up. They already have an abundance of guards. What they really want is draft capital and a few young assets. Miami does have that, but they don't have enough draft capital. So what they can do is send Tyler Hero to a third team, get a few draft picks back, maybe include a fourth team to sweeten the pot with maybe another draft pick for Portland. Portland's looking for at least 4 draft picks. Miami have 3 that we can trade to them. Let's not forget we also have Jovic from last year, and we do have Jaime Jaquez, whose contract is tradable in the next 3 weeks. Now, it was reported today by general manager from the Blazers, Joe Cronin, that if the trade takes months, it takes months. I'm going to tell you guys right now, whatever Joe Cronin says in the Portland Trail Blazers, I want you guys, whatever report, read the report, print it out, write it down if you need to, whatever you can do to get it on a physical paper, okay? Then I want you to take that paper to the bathroom. I want you to take the biggest shit you've ever taken in your life, and then you're going to take said paper and wipe your ass with it, because that's exactly how I feel whenever Joe Cronin opens his stupid word hole. Okay? Whenever Joe Cronin says something, it's bullshit. Whenever these GMs say, oh, we're not trading a player, and oh, it's a load of crap. All right? Didn't Mike Dunleavy said that the Golden State Warriors were going to build around Jordan Poole for 4 years, trading him 2 days later? Joe Cronin came out and said, we're not trading Damian Lillard, we're going to build around him. A week later, Damian Lillard requests the trade. Don't believe anything these GMs say. And the reason why I'm saying it, because I know if I didn't say it and I posted it, a lot of these Celtics and Blazers fans, they'd be on my comments saying, oh, but Joe Cronin said that it'll take months. Don't believe any of that crap. He has to say that stuff so Miami and other teams don't lowball. You guys got to understand that when Woj reports things for the Blazers, Woj has personal friends inside the Blazers that work for the team. They're going to do everything they can to incentivize Portland to getting the best offer they can. That's why this trade hasn't been made yet. Damian's not forcing the hand. He's telling them, I want to go to Miami. And they may come back. Oh, but we have this great offer for Portland or from Philadelphia. That's great. I want Miami. Oh, but dang, look, Cleveland's offering us this. That's cool. I want Miami. Aaron Goodwin, Damian Lillard's agent, has already come out and said that he will not report to teams that trade for Damian Lillard that are not in Miami. And it was actually reported earlier today, you guys, that multiple NBA executives believe that Damian Lillard will end up in the Miami Heat. So everybody besides Woj has already admitted that Lillard wants the Miami Heat. It's only a matter of time, you guys. And when I say logistics, that's why this trade is taking some time. We know the logistics are tough. We know that making this work is not simple. If the Portland Trail Blazers didn't have Shaedon Sharpe and Anthony Simons, this trade would have been made the day that Dame requested the trade. You could have taken Tyler Hero, Jovic, some young pieces, maybe some future draft picks, and send them over there. Portland is making this difficult, as they should. They're losing one of the best players in the NBA. You don't just send that off for nothing, you guys. It needs to be a trade that benefits both sides. Now, getting to that, Miami does have a few things that we can use, not just with this Damian Lillard trade, but for others as well. Now, I've mentioned this a little bit slightly before, you guys, but I want to give you guys some more information. Miami has 3 different trade exceptions. We have the trade exception that we got from Dwayne Dedmon's trade last year with San Antonio. It was a $4.7 million exception. Then, I've mentioned this before, we got from Victor Oladipo's trade to the Oklahoma City Thunder, we got a $9.5 million trade exception from that trade. And then finally, with the trade that we did for Max Strus with the Cleveland Cavaliers, we not only got a second-round pick, but we also got a $7.3 million trade exception. What's a trade exception? A trade exception is money that you use. So, for example, Victor Oladipo was sent to Oklahoma City. We didn't get anything back. Oklahoma, we also had to send them second round draft pick. And in return, Oklahoma gave us a trade exception of that contract, $9.5 million. So a trade exception is money that you can include in a trade or that you can use to sign a waived player. There's two ways that you can use it. So for example, you add in a trade exception for a trade to make the numbers work. So if Miami was making this trade straight up with Portland, you could do Tyler Hero, you can do Jovic, you can do Hayward Highsmith, you can do Jaime Jaquez, and you can even do Caleb Martin. You can get a few players from those contracts, throw in the $9.5 million trade exception so the numbers can match. You throw in the trade exception to add more money in the trade, basically. Now, that $9.5 million is a sweet one. I don't think the Miami Heat are going to use any of these trade exceptions for this trade. Portland doesn't need it. Miami usually let these trade exceptions run out. But why am I mentioning these trade exceptions, you guys? It's because after this possible trade for Damian Lillard, we don't know what we're going to have. We don't know how much we're going to have to give away. So let's say, for example, and this is all hypothetical, you guys, I'm not reporting anything. I don't want to get rid of Caleb Martin. I really don't. But let's just say hypothetically, this trade is a 3-team trade. Miami, Portland, and Brooklyn. Miami sends Tyler Hero to Brooklyn. Miami also sends Kyle Lowry, Nikola Jovic, Caleb Martin, and multiple first-round draft picks to Portland. Okay? Brooklyn sends Portland some draft picks. Maybe a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie. Just throwing them out there. Let's just say Spencer Dinwiddie to make the numbers match. Okay? So you make that trade. So Miami's losing Tyler Hero, Caleb Martin, Nikola Jovic, and Kyle Lowry. So that's 4 players off your book. So that takes you from 13 players down to 10 with adding Damian Lillard. That's 5 more players available. And with these 5 players, what can we sign for? We can sign minimum contracts. That's all we have left because we'll be a second apron team. If you guys don't know how the second apron tax works, go back to my previous videos. I explain all this about the new tax implications. But basically, when you're a second apron team and you go over that second apron threshold, you cannot sign buyout players. You cannot sign any of the players to the mid-level exceptions, nothing like that. So you can only sign minimum contract players. So Miami can sign minimum players, but they can use those trade exceptions to get other players as well. Guys, there's been a few players that's been linked to the Miami Heat since the moratorium period started in June 30th in free agent. There's been a few names that have been fluttering out there. You got guys like Robert Covington, Jonas Valanciunas from Toronto. You got Sadiq Bey. You got Danilo Gallinari. You got Royce O'Neal. So that's just a few players. A lot of these players have been linked to the Miami Heat. And if the Miami Heat have to trade a lot of these players to get Kyle Lowry, to get Damian Lillard, sorry, you guys. If we have to trade all these players to get Damian Lillard, then maybe some of these trade exceptions could be very valuable. Now, you can't package trade exceptions together. You can only use one at a time. So let's say, for example, we want Robert Covington from the Clippers. We can use that $9.5 million trade exception to bring a Robert Covington to this team. I love Robert Covington. 6'7", he can hit the 3. He's very similar to PJ Tucker. Jonas Valanciunas, the man that I'm sure most Heat fans would love on this team. A 7-foot center that can hit the 3, rebound, block. You're telling me you guys wouldn't want Valanciunas on this team if we can just get him for a trade exception? Danilo Gallinari. No, there's no way we're going to trade with Boston. That won't happen. But look, that's another one too. He's been linked to Miami for years. I love Sadiq Bey. Dude's a crazy on-ball defender. He would fit perfectly with this team. Maybe there's other players out there, you guys. And the trade exception, you can keep it throughout the season. So we can even make one of these trades even during the season. Grab that trade, package it with a second-round draft pick, or maybe even a future first-round draft pick to get someone really good. What I'm trying to say, you guys, the Miami Heat have a lot of avenues to improve this team. Once we trade for Damian Lillard, that's not it. We're going to make a lot more moves. And remember, you guys, I've said this since the beginning when the Damian Lillard trade request came out. We need to be patient. This trade will not happen overnight, but it's not like there's anything else we're working for, you guys. It's Damian Lillard or bust. I feel in my heart, and I've read reports and I've seen everything. Ethan Spolnick, Ira Winderman, Barry Jackson, a lot of these guys, Chris Haynes, Shams, a lot of these guys that I follow all say the same thing. Damian Lillard will be in the Miami Heat. And I am just waiting, you guys. You have no idea how excited I am because I cannot wait to post the video on how this team is going to look once Damian Lillard has been traded here. I don't want to give you guys a bullshit video and say, oh, okay, let's just say, for example, Damian was traded here. How's this team going to look? I'm not going to do that because I'm going to have to give you guys so many different scenarios. That's going to make me go crazy. I ain't doing that. We're going to wait until the trade is done. And when the trade is done, we're all going to celebrate together. We're all going to have a great time. And we're going to talk about how this team is going to look when that man's on that team. Because, mama, there goes that man if he comes to the Miami Heat, as Mark Jackson likes to say. So, guys, take a moment. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this report from Chris White, NBA insider, about the Damian Lillard thing? What do you guys think about Shams mentioning that multiple teams are interested in taking Tyler Hero and giving a first-round pick? Does that solidify your notation of knowing that this trade is going to happen? Because remember, the main reason why we didn't know if it was going to happen was because we didn't know if a team was going to take Tyler Hero. Now we know that multiple teams are interested in Tyler Hero for a first-round pick. So we can basically give Portland what they want. So what do you guys think about that? And what do you guys think about these trade exceptions? Do you think it means anything, or is it just nothing? We've had trade exceptions before. We've never used it. Let me know what you guys think about that. And please, guys, take a moment, like the video, comment, let me know your thoughts. But most importantly, y'all, hit that subscribe button. For the last few days, every video that I've posted, the views have been the highest I've ever gotten in this channel. Every new video I post, it's a new record. Let's continue Let's continue that today, you guys. My last video was the very first time I hit over 5,000 views. Let's go ahead and smash that again. Let's get me to 6,000. So take a moment, you guys, and do another thing for me. Share this video on social media. Let your friends and family know about what we're doing here at Miami Heat Talk. I want to thank you guys. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that is enough said. Let's go Heat.